Okay, so in this session we will discuss about isometric projection. So it's a different method of projection, which is a pictorial projection. So pictorial means you can get a view of the object. You can feel the object. It looks like the actual picture. So it is more realistic, you can say. So it's a different technique. Okay. The one advantage of this method is we can easily measure all the three dimensions. Instead of drawing two different figures, we can draw just one figure, and from this figure we can measure all the three important dimensions. So that's the advantage of this isometric projection. Okay. Now you may be familiar with this diagram, this figure. We already solved this question in projection of solids. It's a cube. It's a cube with one body diagonal perpendicular to VP. If you consider a cube, this is a cube. Its body diagonal. What is body diagonal? It is a diagonal connecting a corner from the top face, and the opposite corner in the bottom face. So if you consider this cube, then body diagonal is the diagonal connecting this point and this point. Okay, that's body diagonal. So if it is kept in such a way that it is perpendicular, the body diagonal is perpendicular to the observer, or it is perpendicular to the VP, then its front view will be like this. Okay. So when the body diagonal is perpendicular to the vertical plane, we can draw the front view and it will be like this. Then what is the speciality of this diagram in the front view? You can see that there are three important edges. If you take this point as C, there are three edges, and it is represented as CD, CG and CD. Okay, these are the three edges. When you measure the length of these edges, you can see that all the edges are having equal length. So when you draw the front view of this cube in the given position, you can see that these three lengths are equal. This is because in this position all the lines, all the edges will make equal angle with VP. So that's important. In this particular position, all the edges will make equal angles with the VP, and that angle is 35.16 degree. So in this particular position, all the edges make 35.16 degree with VP, so that the length will be reduced or foreshortened. The length will be reduced. So this CD is less than the actual CD, because it is not parallel to VP, it is inclined to VP. So if a line is inclined to VP, its front view will be having a length less than the actual length. So this length will be less than the actual length. So how much will be that reduction? We know that if phi is the angle, then L cos phi, that will be the new length. So the length of this CD is different from the actual length. But since the angle phi is same everywhere, all the edges have equal angle. All these angles are same. So all the lengths will be same. CD, BC and CG. All the three lengths will be same. And all this will be equal to L cos phi. Okay, so this is L cos phi, this is L cos phi, this is L cos phi. Then what is the value of cos phi? I mean cos 35.16. It is cos 35.16 is 0.812. So you can say that the length of these edges in the particular position will be 0.812 time of the actual length. Okay, so if you take this as the this as a reference object, we can draw any object, and that method is called isometric projection. Why it is called isometric? You know that iso meaning equal. You are familiar with isobar or isothermal. So iso means equal. Here, since all the edges are equally reduced, it is called isometric. Okay, that's regarding isometric projection. Now there are times like isometric axis, isometric lines, isometric planes. Isometric axis is nothing but these three lines: CD, CG, and BC. These three lines are called isometric axis. Yeah, here it is these three lines. These are called isometric axis. Then isolines are lines which are parallel to isometric axis. So any line which is parallel to isometric axis is called isometric line. For example, this line is parallel to this line, so it is isometric. It's an isometric line. Similarly, this is an isometric line. So any line which is parallel to isometric axis is called isometric line. Then isoplanes. Isoplanes are these planes. This is one isometric plane. Then this is another isometric plane, and this is another isometric plane. So any plane which is parallel to this plane, any plane which is parallel to this plane is also called isometric plane. And in this case, there are 6 planes, six isometric planes. Okay, these are the basic terms. Then in some case we have non-isolines. So non-isolines means it is not parallel to isometric axis. So isolines are parallel to isometric axis. Non-isolines are not parallel, or we can say that it is inclined to isometric lines. So what is the problem with the non-isometric line? We know that for isometric line, the angle will be 35.16. So that the reduction in length will be 0.812 times its actual length. But in the case of non-isometric lines, the angle will not be same. So the reduction will not be same across different non-isometric lines. So this line may have a particular angle. This line will have another angle. So the reduction will not be uniform. So we cannot directly draw these non-isometric lines in an isometric projection. That is very important. We can draw only isometric lines directly. We cannot draw non-isometric lines directly. Okay. So these are the basic, very basic terms. Next is isometric scale. So for that I will redraw this figure. What is isometric scale? This is K, B, C. Okay. Now you know that this is the front view. This is only the front view. This is not the actual object. This is the front view. So actually it is a square. The actual shape of the object is a square, but here it is not a square. It's a rhombus. Okay, because it is distorted. The angle is distorted. It's not 90 degree. Actually it is 90 degree, but here it is not 90 degree. It is distorted. So the square becomes a rhombus. Okay. Now we can redraw the original square here, the top face. We can redraw the top face in that particular position. So I am superimposing the original square here, so that the diagonal remains same. I keep the diagonal same. Okay. So this blue line, these blue lines or the blue square, blue rhombus, that represents the isometric position, and the green line, the green square represents the actual position. Okay, so this is the isometric projection corresponding to the given green lines. Okay, now this A is A1 and C is C1. Now if you measure the angles, you can see that this angle, this is 30 degree, this is 30 degree, then these angles are 120 degree each. Yes, 120 degree. You should remember that these angles are not the angle between these lines and vertical plane. These are the angles between front view. These are the angles in the front view. Okay, or these are the apparent angles. So this is 30 degree. Okay, these are the angles. Now in the actual diagram, we know that the total angle is 90 degree. This is 90 degree. So this will be 45 degree. 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. So the actual, in that question, the actual line, the actual edge makes 45 degree with the x-axis. Okay. But this makes only 30 degree. So A1B is the actual edge and it makes 45 degree. The corresponding isometric which makes 30 degree with x line. Okay. So what is A1B? A1B is actual line. This is an actual line or the real line. What is AB? AB is the corresponding isometric projection of AB. Okay, so this is very important. A1B is actual line and AB is isometric projection of the actual line. Okay, you can see that the angles are changed. Initially it was, or originally it was 45 degree, but now it is reduced to 30 degree. The projection is reduced to 30 degree. Okay. Now we can define isometric scale. Actually, we already find out the value of isometric scale, but we can find the isometric scale in another way. What is isometric scale? Isoscale is the ratio between. It is the ratio between iso length and actual length. So isometric scale is the ratio between isometric length and actual length. So it is from the diagram. It is the ratio between AB and A1B. That ratio is isometric scale. Now, for convenience, we can extend the line and mark a point. Say it is J. This point is J. So we can see that BJ equal to A1B cos 45. BJ is equal to A1B cos 45. Also, it is same as AB cos 30. It is AB cos 30. So according to the definition, isoscale equal to A1B, AB divided by A1B. AB divided by A1B. So AB divided by A1B is same as cos 45 divided by cos 30. What is cos 45? It is 1 by root. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So what is the value? It is root 2 by root 3. Root 2 by root 3. Okay. So the value of isometric scale is root 2 by root 3. So this is 0.816. We already got this value because it is cos 5. That is cos 35.16. That is 0.816. Okay. So what is the importance of this value? Isometric scale. All the isometric lines are reduced by this factor. Okay. So in the actual drawing, if it is 1 meter, in the isometric drawing it will be only 0.816 meter. So that's the importance. Okay. Then next is this thing is very important for understanding. Then isometric view. So isometric view, we already discussed isometric projection where all the lengths are reduced. Okay. In isometric view, we neglect the change in dimension. We draw with the original dimension, but the angles will be same. Okay. So if we neglect the change in dimension and draw with the original dimension, so we draw in original dimension. In isometric projection, we draw with reduced dimension. Isometric view, we draw with original dimension. We do not change the isometric values. So there is no 0.816 in isometric view. Okay. So that's the difference between these two. The advantage with this one is we can directly measure the dimensions from isometric view. In isometric projection, we cannot directly take a measurement. Okay. In workshops, when you draw the carpentry drawings, all these are drawn with isometric view. Okay, it's very simple to understand. You can get a feel of how the object is. So that's the advantage of isometric view. Okay. So this is the fundamental thing in isometric projection. So in the coming classes, we will solve more problems so that we can easily understand these things. Thank you.